everyone. Welcome into Southern Section this week. I'm Claudette Montana-Pattison.
And I'm Connor Morissette. This week, we'll bring you a conversation with our Week 0 High School Football Player of the Week.
We'll also bring you our Coach's Corner segment and interview our Student Athlete of the Week here at Chaminade High School.
But first, high school football kicked off a week ago. Let's bring you some Southern Section top plays from Week 0, courtesy of our friends from Bally Sports.
Here, 1 of 2 for 35 yards. 5 receivers. Ball is tipped. That's Roderick Pleasant. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
In plus territory, they fake the dive and they throw it here to Amat Mosley, and the junior's got some space, and the junior's going to be brought down at the 6-yard line, and then the ball pops out. Harper in the backfield. They'll give it to him on the left side. He's hit in the backfield, and he did break the plane. Touchdown. Caleb Harper, Inglewood, is on the board. Great article about him in the Orange County Register. Dan Albano wrote it. You should check it out. Tollefson trying to scramble. Now throws off his back foot and got it intercepted. Picked off just shy of the 30-yard line.
One of those where kind of from my angle, I'm saying just eat the football. There was nobody open, kind of forced one in there.
Blake Wilson got it.
Blake Wilson with the turnover chain.
And boy, he wore that last year twice. He picked off Butter Tollefson not once but twice a year ago in this game at a different venue.
He did everything right except for the throw, right?
Come on. 4 wide receiver set. 1-on-1 up top. Walter taking a shot for Juice. Juice makes the catch. Flag down. Nonetheless, touchdown. St. Bonaventure, Andrew Walter. Richard Quinn, Juice Johnson.
He's a sophomore. Honda loses the ball. Orange Lutheran with the recovery. Mason Johnson.
University of Louisville. Street. He's going to throw the swing route outside. Parker. He's got the edge. He breaks the tackle. And that is a touchdown. Caleb Parker on the swing route from Houston Longstreet.
Rainey with the ball up the middle and into the end zone. Sincere Rainey from 12 yards out. So the Orange Lutheran Lancers knocking on the door. Barrera out into the flat. He catches it. He is into the end zone for the touchdown. Rex Barrera.
Second and 3. St. Bonnie's. Man in motion. Quick bubble pass. It's going to be a double pass now. Man wide open. That ball is complete to Joaquin Juice Johnson. It's going to be a house call. Touchdown, St. Bonnie on the double pass.
Barrera. Touchdown, Lancers.
Loss of 5, 2nd and 15, but the clock moves inside of 2 minutes, and the Stallions only have 1 timeout. They may want to use it after this play. Showing a little more pressure. Play action, Potter rolls out, he stumbles a bit, he's being chased, he throws, Mosley has it, Emmett Mosley away from the contact, reaching out for the goal line, and touchdown, Eagles.
That is an All-American play right there by Emmett Mosley. You saw.
Here we go. Mason Johnson.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play could be crushing.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
Hey, and enough with all the swearing.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
All right, well, last Thursday, Connor had the opportunity to cover Bishop Amat's season-opening win over Valencia, and after the game, he caught up with the player of the game, Delano Franklin. Take it away, Connor.
All right, I'm here with the slot machine, Delano Franklin. Yes, 2 touchdowns, or 2 receiving touchdowns, I should say, a 3rd rushing touchdown and interception. Is there anything you can do out there, man? What a game from you.
Really just a lot of work put in, and that's what you saw. You know, we built a lot of team bonding, a lot of team chemistry going on from the off season. So that's what you saw. Really, just a team. It's a team effort. You know.
First 2 drives started off a little slow. How'd you overcome that slow start to go on to beat Valencia tonight 29-6?
Yeah, we started off a little slow, but it was just building up. You know, first game, that's how it's going to be a little bit. So at the end of the day, we just, had a team little meeting, came together and, put out the work.
Defensively, you're playing a little cornerback. You had that pick, a tackle for loss. I thought the front 7 for you guys looked really good tonight. What were your takeaways from your defensive performance?
Oh, defense, a lot of film went in. And, just study what they were going to do. We knew their formations, do their plays, and so that's what you saw, execution.
All right, joining me now is our student athlete of the week, Danite Cohen. She's a member of the women's volleyball team here at Chaminade High School, and volleyball season, it's kicking off. We are excited. I'm sure you're excited. What are you looking forward to the most about this season?
Especially with the new coaching staff, I'm very excited to see how the girls because last year we were a very senior dominant team, and seeing all the underclassmen rise up, and they're doing an amazing job so far, even though it's the beginning of the season, but I'm really excited to see how they grow.
Well, it's your senior season, your last season playing here at Chaminade High School. Are there goals that you've set for yourself this year?
One of the biggest goals I've set is probably continuing my career in college, but I just want to end on a good note and knowing that I put my whole heart out on the court.
You guys have a lot of competitive games scheduled for this year. Is there a team in particular that you enjoy playing?
I think probably Oaks Christian. That was our biggest loss last year. That's a team I know the returning players definitely want to. That's going to be a good game.
We're looking for revenge.
Yes.
Big time. Big time. All right. So firsthand, I know that being a student athlete can be a challenge. I played volleyball in high school. How do you balance academics and athletics, especially, when you're in the thick of it, like now?
It's definitely very hard, especially like when we have games out in like Irvine and we come home at like 11 p.m. It's definitely hard. But I would say time management is the biggest thing. I'm still working on that, but I think.
Yeah. Aren't we all, Danit?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being a part of this volleyball team?
I think the family aspect we have over here, it's more of like a sisterhood. Like this year and last year, completely different teams, but we still have that like sisterhood and connection that, like if I'm having a bad day, like I can go talk to my teammate and I'll be better.
No, we talked about this earlier. You said that your team has some kind of pregame rituals and traditions before every game. Tell me about this.
We basically just go in the locker room and sing our hearts out. We meditate a little bit to kind of like make it a little bit more serious, but we just have a good time in the locker room. We just scream and get all of our nerves out before the game.
What type of music are we listening to? Are we country music, rap? What's the genre?
It's kind of like a mix. Well, we always play It's the Climb by Miley Cyrus.
A classic, a true classic.
And we'll sing some Pitch Perfect songs because Pitch Perfect, the best, yeah.
What's a standard pregame meal for you?
Stonefire. We always have Stonefire. The best. The breadsticks, great.
Gotta load up on the carbs, right? Protein. Any protein in there?
I have pasta. Is that, yeah.
It's a good pregame meal. It's a good pregame meal. Last question for you. Do you have any like superstitions before every game? Like, so some volleyball players, right, when I was playing, they'll bounce the ball 3 times before they serve. They'll wipe their shoes or something like that. Do you have anything that you do during the games or before the game?
Probably like my when I serve, I really take a deep breath in because serving's, for some reason, the most difficult part of the game for me. But, yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Danit.
I'm here with Chaminade girls volleyball coach CJ Suarez. It's time for Coach's Corner. Coach, first-year head coach here at Chaminade. You're 4-0. Not every coach gets off to a 4-0 start in their first year as a head coach. What's the secret?
Honestly, the secret is trying to get these girls' trust, really, at the end of the day. I've thoroughly enjoyed these girls on and off the court. And obviously everything's new, everything's a learning experience, and I'm trying to learn them as much as they're trying to learn me. And we've set up goals for ourselves to, accomplish something, and we're progressing every day and learning each other every day, and that's what it's been so far, and they've bought in so far, and that's why we're 4-0.
How'd you get into coaching? Why is this what you want to do?
How did I get into it? Well, I was a physical therapist, trying to be a physical therapist in college because obviously, I want to focus on my career. Coaching isn't that much money. And then all of a sudden I got this, I wanted to take it a little bit more seriously because physical therapy wasn't really for me. And then as soon as I got into coaching with one of my best friends at Chatsworth High School, and he gave me the opportunity to coach a club, and he taught me a lot of the ways, and I consider him a mentor of mine. His name is Sina Agassi, and he helped me think of coaching a new way, and then how lucrative it can be, and how much of a positive impact it can have on my life because of the girls. Win or lose, you're influencing these kids to become better, and that's really what I want from these kids, to enjoy the season, enjoy my coaching, enjoy a family environment, and that's what the culture I'm trying to bring to Chaminade.
You mentioned setting some goals. What are your goals for this season, and what are your long-term goals for the program?
The goals for the season, right, is obviously giving 100% effort every day in and out of practice. Obviously, they have a life too, but giving 100% and handling their, situations there, and then coming into practice and, dialing it in. Having great energy, great positivity, and honestly, the big goal is to win league again after a big run last year and take CIF this year. And I feel like we have the girls to do it, and I feel like we're all bought in, like I said.
Without revealing too much about your squad for opposing coaches who will watch this, give me the scouting report on this year's group.
We are a group that's well-rounded. We have pin hitters that can, put the ball away when we need them to. Our middles we have a better middle game this year. We're gonna be distributing quite a bit all around. Let's just say that.
You're 4 games into your tenure, like I said, very inexperienced in the grand scheme of things, but what have you learned so far as a head coach?
As a head coach, I've learned that this could be a roller coaster of emotions, and how do you handle that, right? And these girls have taught me a lot, that they love to have this positive experience. So when they're down, how do I manage that? And honestly, I think just by listening to them and by applying what they've been saying and how we can get on the same page, that's the biggest thing in any kind of coaching or teaching environment,
You were a star at Cal State Northridge. How has your college experience helped you coaching, and what were some of your favorite memories from CSUN?
All thanks to Jeff Campbell, all thanks to Theo Edwards, they've showed me how to have some backbone in myself. I was a libero, which isn't a position to really score, but my highlight was playing against Loyola Chicago, and I've got 21 digs in a 5-setter, and kind of proved my worth there, and became a rising libero, being one of the top 10. And we didn't make playoffs that year, but it was nice to be recognized by coaches around when I was playing that year.
Does your team know your history? Do they know how good of a career you had at CSUN?
To be honest, I don't really flaunt it as much as I, maybe other coaches do. I mean, I'm humble. I play the way I play because I want to make sure that I teach these kids, like, even if you're good, this team is bigger than even me as a coach, and it doesn't matter what my pedigree is. We're here for the team, and we're making sure that even my career of playing even the professional with the Volleyball League of America, which I currently am in now, still that's my life, and I want to make sure I keep it that way. But when I coach these kids, they're coaching because we want to be together. We want to make sure we're winning and losing together.
Last thing for you, what's been your favorite memory of this coaching journey so far?
My favorite memory is just getting along with these kids. These kids show me that they're not just players. They're actually they're human beings, and I can get along. We crack jokes all the time. They're getting a little bit more comfortable with me. And honestly, the staff has taught me a lot as in the management side of things. I think coaching side is the easy part. It's just learning and understanding what off the court does, and this is my first time really experiencing that, especially in the club world. And honestly, I'm learning as I go, and I'm a student of the game. I'm just going to keep learning until I retire. So yeah.
Great. CJ, thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Marquise 1-0 after a win over Oaks Christian. Focus flips quickly to Jay Sarah. What are you expecting to see from the Lions, and what do you guys need to do to walk away with a win?
The biggest thing we're expecting to see defensively is we're expecting them to run the ball a lot. They had a lot of success running it last week, and we got to tackle in space and stop the run.
Other question for you, Coach Machuca gets a first win of his coaching career last week. What was that like for you to be a part of Coach's first victory?
It was cool. Coach Machuca been here since I was a freshman, so we have a great relationship, and I think it was a cool experience to see him get his first win as a head coach.
Adam 1-0 after a win over Oaks Christian. Now Jay Sarah comes to town. What do you guys got to do to get a win against the Lions?
From what we see on film offensively, they look a very aggressive team. We just got to play our game, be ourselves. We should come out with a W, hopefully put up a lot of points.
How excited are you to have your game at home this week?
Very excited, very excited.
TJ, you guys are 1-0. Now Jay Sarah comes to town. Keys to getting a win against the Lions, what are they?
Just being really physical this game, make sure that we get all of our tackles, no arm tackling, no nothing like that. Make sure we stay in our gaps and just going hard,
Against Oaks, talking to Coach, you were bringing a lot of double teams. What's that like when you're getting double teamed so often?
It's hard, but all in all, you got to put in the hard work to get past them,
It opened up some lanes for some other guys. What was it like to celebrate some of those big turnovers with your teammates last week?
It was very, very fun to just see, how hyped we get, when we get turnovers and stuff like that. So, it's really fun.
Okay, what are the keys to getting a win against Jay Sarah?
They're a very tough and physical team, so it's going to be a battle fought in the trenches. We got to stop the run and make sure we tackle.
Coach, thank you so much for being here. Jay Sarah comes to town this week. Really big game for your group. What are the keys to getting a win?
I think the keys this week are going to first and foremost stop the run on defense, and then obviously be effective in the run game offensively. To be quite honest with you, we're going to have to make sure that we execute well on special teams as well, as they do a really good job on that side of the ball as well.
You've been at Chaminade for a few years, but getting that first win as a head coach, what was that like last week?
It was great. It was just a culmination of all the hard work the guys have put in the offseason, and we're going to continue to get better each and every week, so I'm excited about this team.
Thank you to Bally Sports, thank you to Delano Franklin, and thank you to everyone here at Chaminade High School. I don't know about you, Claudette, but I had so much fun this week.
So did I, Connor, and that'll do it for us here at Southern Section this week. We'll see you next time.